Hello, and welcome to your favorite bad movie podcast. The only podcast that's brave enough to ask the question, if this movie's so bad, why do you like it so much? We're your hosts. I am, of course, your own personal Quigley, Chris Anderson. And with me, as always, I have my own guardian angel, the Sweeney of the show, Mr. Greg Busey.
Hello. Happy to be here. Happy to be talking about this one today.
Yes, what a treat. Ow, but there's a fly in the ointment. My poor dear wife, the original Dexter to my Archie, could not be here today, and they desperately wanted to talk about Quigley. Please, listeners, take a moment, pick up your phone, and send my wife a message and say, we're so sorry that you didn't get to talk about Quigley. And we love you. Just send that, and I would mean the world to me and them, I'm sure. But we have a very special guest. I would go as far as to say, God of the show. Wow. You might know her as an illustrator. You might know her as an educator. It's Sara Lautman. Sara, how are you?
I'm great. I'm the God of the show.
Yeah.
There's really... I'm always great. I'm always at the pinnacle of greatness. And that includes right now.
I 100% cannot argue, Sara. Mm-hmm. And the movie that you brought this week is great. Listeners, if you haven't seen this week's movie, Quigley, here's just a brief summary of the movie Quigley. And you're going to get to hear me say the word Quigley a lot because it's really fun to say.
Quigley.
Quickly.
An evil tech executive dies in a car crash. Unfortunately, the film doesn't end at that point, but continues with the exec getting sent back to Earth in the form of a Pomeranian. And now he must correct the mistakes he made in his former life in order to enter the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens in Quigley, right? I'm not mistaken.
No, that's definitely what happens, but it doesn't encompass all that occurs.
It encompasses a lot. There's a lot of meat on that bone already.
Oh, yes.
That was a good recap because you didn't spoil anything.
Yeah.
Yes. Yo, we'll get into the meat of it. Mm-hmm. You know, I just want to whet the whistle. Sara, how did you come across Quigley? You came to me with a couple options, and we zoomed in on Quigley pretty quick.
Well, I'm ashamed to say that I knew about Quigley because of the Bad Movies subreddit.
Okay.
I only say shame not because I think it's like dumb to look at Reddit or like care about bad movies, but you know, there's some bad movies that you want to see because they're from your heart or you want to see in an organic way. This is just some bullshit that I saw on Reddit. But it turned out well. I felt like gratified to know about Quigley. I feel good having watched Quigley, and the actual time while I was watching it was all right.
Yeah, I had a pretty decent time watching Quigley, I'll say. And it's a testament to, you know, sometimes you roll the dice and, you know, they come up lucky 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I think this is the second time on the show where we've had a guest who had not watched the movie before selecting it. Right. The last time it was Ghoulies 3, Ghoulies Go to College.
Wait a second.
I recommended to Al Bates.
Wait a second. You'd not seen the movie before you picked it?
No, I had only seen the trailer.
You.
And I was
you. Okay. I thought Sara had not. Okay, so I was confused.
No. This was a fresh watch for me.
Oh.
Yeah. Sara had not seen it either.
Trailer. Here, I did have it. I had it in my watch list on Letterboxd.
Okay.
It was top of mind.
Okay. Interesting.
But it was like, it was, I mean, unfortunately, I happened to watch another bad movie this week that is like, would have been the perfect thing to talk about and I care about so much, which is the Showtime adaptation of the novel, The Devil's Arithmetic.
Oh.
Okay.
99. It's a Holocaust movie for young teens. For young,
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds hilarious.
it is. And
Okay.
unfortunately, we probably won't be able to shoehorn much of me talking about that in. But if we finish talking about Quigley, I can talk really fast about the Devil's Arithmetic for 30 seconds.
All right. We'll see where the day takes us.
Okay, great.
If not, we'll save that one for a future episode.
Yeah.
So, Greg, you had not seen Quigley before.
I had really no idea Quigley existed until this podcast, and I had the same reaction as we talked about before the show that everyone also that I have talked to has had when you say Quigley, like, oh, isn't that the Tom Selleck, the Quigley Down Under or something? And it's like, no, it's not that at all, actually.
Original flavor. I brought in some questions to bounce off both of you.
Okay, I love it.
Because this is stuff that maybe you could know about just from knowing about other movies and stuff.
Shoot, hit me.
What's up with Gary Busey? Because I've seen other movies where he's just in. It's where it's a really shitty movie, and like I guess I don't even know that much about the rest of Gary Busey's career. So I'm not. And he's always the name in these movies. I mean, specifically, I'm thinking about a movie called Hider in the House.
Ooh, good title.
Hider, and it's about a down on his luck character who hides in a house that people already live in. Okay,
I like it. I saw a 70s movie with a very similar premise called Bad Ronald.
Oh, it's a better name.
Bad Ronald is a pretty creepy movie, if I remember correctly. I got to rewatch it. But I had my previous encounter with Quigley is that a Twitch streamer that Anna and I watched called Dead Blossom Jesse was watching some of it with, like, on his show one day, or on their show actually, and it's was great. And I was I would love to actually just sit and watch Quigley at some point. So this gave me a great excuse to just sit and watch Quigley. And shout out to Dead Blossom Jesse and his new podcast, Stores. A podcast about stores.
Hell
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's good. People should check it out. But that's all I know about Quigley, and I have information on Gary Busey.
Okay, awesome.
And
can I tell one story about Gary Busey? The thing that I remember the most from Gary Busey?
Yeah.
Please.
Is he alive? All right, sorry.
I think he's still alive. So for those who don't know, and Sarah, you might not know this, he's known for generally being pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And what I remember is when I used to watch The Soup, I watched The Soup a lot. They would play a clip of him. I think an interviewer asked him a question that upset him to some degree, but it was one of these questions that was either like completely innocuous or just mildly annoying, and he threatened to rip out their endocrine system.
Wow.
Which I feel like is like that's a nice little capsule of Gary Busey, because it's just like, that's a really weird threat. That's a really strange one.
Can you rip out an endocrine system?
I mean, maybe somebody can, but
I feel like it would be a difficult to get.
It would be a very precise movement.
Or maybe you'd be getting a lot of other stuff with it.
Yeah.
Sure.
But yeah,
you would make sure he'd get that whole system in there.
Just every now and again, they'd be like, classic actor Gary Busey, I will rip out your endocrine system, was in this movie, and they just show the clip. It was like just insane. Anyway,
it's like, what's up with this guy? Like, is he having fun in these movies? It's like
he looks like he's having fun.
He sure does.
Like, it's like the Neil Breen question or whatever, unless that's been resolved.
I did watch the Neil Breen auto doc.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's going on?
He's
very serious.
Yeah. And he's a much better producer than he is a director. You can't say he doesn't make movies.
But is he a funny man?
He was incredibly not funny, and his auto doc was nearly 6 hours long and was composed of the same footage used over and over and over again in slightly different contexts.
Sounds like
including a
movie.
middle half hour of the film where there was no context. He's like, I'm going to let this speak for itself.
Okay.
And then you just watch the same footage that you've watched 4 times with nothing from
Sure.
Breen.
I guess what I mean is, like, is it sincere, or is he making art?
He is 100% sincere. I believe he feels it speaks for himself.
Mm.
He seems to be doing it quite literally.
God bless.
Yeah. Well, with that,
Mhm.
enough about Neil Breen.
Mhm.
Let's talk a little bit about the context of Quigley.
Mhm.
I wish I had some context about the background of the film. Script director, actors on set. What was going on screen? I wanna hear some details. Gossip, scandal, all that shit. Can't imagine I'll get tired of it.
You see, sweetie, you're still here in the Quigley episode. You're still part of the episode. Quigley came out September 24th, 2003. Quigley, also known as Quigley An Angelic Tale, was also released as Daddy Dog Day in the
What?
United Kingdom.
Why?
I have no idea.
That's a weird one.
Dog Day.
Daddy Dog Day.
Mm.
It was written, produced, and directed by William Byron Hillman. There were 2 taglines. Tagline number 1: there's more to this dog than meets the eye.
True.
Yeah.
True.
True tagline.
That's true.
Yeah.
Number 2: stopped from entering heaven's gates. He's sent back as a dog to fix his mistakes.
Also,
Okay.
a description of the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much more literal. They're both equally engaging, but I guess to different markets.
They're not lies.
No.
No, I don't feel misled by either.
Mm-mm.
So, as you may expect, there's not a ton of information available about the making of Quigley.
I know a tidbit.
Yeah, there's only one story that's known that I've saved for the end, I think.
Mhm.
I looked everywhere I could to get some insight into how this came to be, and I found very little. I went to William Byron Hillman's blog, which he kept from 2013 to 2018. There were no mentions of Quigley on there, beyond listing the planned Quigley sequel in the list of upcoming projects that he signs every post with. This was also making using Quigley as a search term very useless. It was very frustrating. I went as far as to buy his memoirs.
Wow.
300 pages and not a single mention of Quigley to be found.
What?
What?
No, I searched Find Quigley on Dream Searcher, Memoirs, Actor, Filmmaker, Author. And I only found 1 or 2 listings in the Other Works section.
Huh.
What's the deal with, like, so I watched Quigley on Tubi. I didn't look for it on DVD or any kind of physical media. I kind of just went straight to Tubi. I didn't even look on any major streaming services. So
this belongs on Tubi.
Yeah. No, Tubi is
Tubi's the king.
Yeah.
haunted house for things like this. Haunted in a good way.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I was thinking maybe the guy who made it, Hillman, like, since he wants it off his resume, it seems like maybe he would have done something like, what do you do? Can you keep your embarrassing movie from being on Tubi if you don't want people to see it?
Well, no, I'll say this. This is not erasure on his part. His memoirs are almost entirely about him helping his wife find her birth parents.
Oh.
That's not what I expected.
Yes, let's get into William Byron Hillman.
Sure.
So, in order to get some insight in this film, we need to turn to the biography of our auteur. Who is William Byron Hillman? By all appearances, he seems to be your classic jack of all trades, master of none. He was a local TV reporter. He was an actor, but only appeared in 3 films that he himself did not direct. One of the other ones that he appeared in was Ice Station Zebra. That was the only other thing.
Okay.
He's directed 7 films and self-produced all of them over the course of his 50-year directing career. He's written 19 books, all of them self-published. 5 of them are Quigley related.
What?
1 a novelization of Quigley, 1 a novel, and 3 Quigley coloring books.
Is it a novel about Quigley?
It is more about that later. I don't want to spoil anything. That's a teaser.
All right.
So at the end of the day, William Byron Hillman seems to like the kind of mediocre white man that has the time and resources to attempt lots of different art forms, but neither the drive nor the talent to really master any of them.
It doesn't seem mediocre to me.
Well, I'm gonna call him maybe
I'll hold my
unpolished.
Yeah,
Let's say he could stand to work on his craft. Now, to be fair, this is also how you could have described me in my 20s, so I can't be too hard on him. Now, the other thing that I was able to learn about Hillman was that he's an animal lover and a man of faith. So it makes sense that he would cast another man of faith in the leading role of his godly talking dog picture. And that man is Gary Busey.
Gary Busey's a man of faith?
Yes. Gary Busey broke big in 1978 when he played Buddy Holly in the Buddy Holly Story, a role that earned him a coveted Academy Award nomination.
Rad.
His career continued apace throughout the 80s until tragedy struck. On December 4th, 1988, Busey crashed his motorcycle while riding without a helmet, fracturing his skull and giving him permanent brain damage. In 1995, he had a near-fatal cocaine overdose. And in 1997, he had a plum-sized tumor removed from his sinus cavity. The brain damage gave him lifelong impulse control problems. The cocaine overdose led him to have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. And the surgery gave him his trademark asymmetrical eyes.
Oh.
So that's Gary Busey's deal in a nutshell.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually kind of remember looking this stuff up when I saw Hider in the house.
Okay, that makes sense.
But thank you for this reminder. This is key.
Now, I think all this culminates in the one story that I was able to find out about Quigley, which comes from an AV Club interview with Curtis Armstrong, who also appears in the film, playing the role of Dexter, for their random roles column. Here's the story as Armstrong told it, and I quote, "We were shooting this movie, which is a terrible movie, and he was supposed to come back from the dead. And he, of course, Gary Busey, supposedly had done this. He'd been in an accident and died and come back. He showed up on a set made to look like heaven, and he looked around and said, 'I can't play this scene.' And they were 3 days behind at this point. But Busey said, 'It's nothing like this. I've been to heaven, and it doesn't look like this. That sofa's all wrong. The mirror is ridiculous. They don't even have mirrors.' It was ridiculous. He was completely nuts about the design of heaven. But then on top of it, one of the guys playing an angel had also died and come back. And this guy got into an argument with Busey about the way heaven looked. The two of them wound up coming to blows, and they had to send everyone home. So there you go. That's what we were working with."
They had to send everyone home?
Yeah,
Even
we're
the
calling it
people
a day.
who weren't acting out?
Well, I mean,
Seems
without Gary Busey, there's not much you can do. And Gary, it seems like he needs a day to cool off.
Yeah. Wow, that's my favorite part is the second person who had died and gone to heaven.
Yeah. I don't know, Gary. I think they did have mirrors. Maybe just the part where you were at, there weren't any mirrors.
It was a really shitty set.
Yeah.
It didn't look very heavenly to me.
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
They would have been better off just going to a field.
Just go to a field.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like a nice house.
Yeah. This was just like a room with the walls painted blue.
Looks
I feel like
It is also weird to have a couch in heaven. You'd think you'd probably just stand.
Yeah. Just
I mean,
get some like smoke machine going at the
Yeah.
bottom.
heaven
Mhm.
can be anything.
It's
Heaven
true.
they should have just like had some of their loved ones around.
Yeah, they
It
should
would
have
have been
had.
nice.
Yeah,
Had some loved
it's
ones.
me, your dad.
Yeah. He doesn't even have to say it. It's in the subtext.
The only metric of success I was able to find out about Quigley came from somewhere in one of the many assorted William Byron Hillman resources I looked at. They all kind of blended together, and he seemed like one of those guys that like went to Blogspot, then to LiveJournal. Like he was very hard to track.
Sure.
But he allegedly sold 2 million DVDs of Quigley to Walmart.
Huh.
Good for him.
Yeah, and I imagine, you see this as like $4 at Walmart,
Wow.
like just as a shelf filler. Like,
Yeah.
that makes a lot of sense.
The cover of the DVD looks good.
It looks like you're gonna have Gary Busey and a dog. And
It looks like a real movie.
yeah, it doesn't look like it was shot on a camcorder, and the movie
No.
definitely looks like it was shot on a camcorder.
Yeah.
Yep.
Other family films of 2003, just to put a thing in its place. You got Finding Nemo.
No comparison.
You got Airbud Spikes Back for the Airbud heads, for the dog film heads.
Great.
That was the state of the art.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly the worst of the Airbuds, I'm going to say.
Sure.
You got The Cat in the Hat.
I watched that recently. Real bad.
Okay.
Something about that's in the zeitgeist. People are talking about The Cat in the Hat with Mike Myers lately.
You should watch it. It's very sexual, which is not what you'd expect.
This is the second recommendation I've gotten in a week's time, so I
Yeah.
guess I'm gonna. I don't want to
Okay.
see his face, but I'll do
There-
it.
There's a lot in The Cat in the Hat you're not going to want to look at. You're not going to want to see it. It's going to give you slight nightmares, but it's worth the experience.
I'll do it.
All right. I'll get it on the Plex.
Mhm.
You got Looney Tunes back in action. There are a lot of fans of Looney Tunes back in
Yeah.
action. I'm not one of them, but they're out.
I didn't know that one existed, maybe, but
That
I
could be
like
nice.
Looney Tunes generally.
It's got Brendan Fraser and Steve Martin in it.
Right.
You got Spy Kids 3.
Oh,
The Spy
yeah.
Kids are back.
Great.
Spy Kids 3D?
Yeah.
Classic.
That phase of the 3D craze.
Classic.
You got Agent Cody Banks.
Mmm.
Frankie Muniz making the leap to the big screen.
Junior or senior?
Frankie Muniz?
Yeah, wasn't he Frankie Muniz Jr.? Or am I confused?
Are you thinking of Freddie Prinze?
Maybe I am.
Okay. You also got Kangaroo Jack. Oh, I'm sorry.
One I should see.
I was just saying that I think it's important that we recognize there might be Malcolm and Jr. at this point. So
Yeah.
just shout out to that person if they exist.
It's true. That's what people want to see. They want to see Malcolm in the Middle Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Fox, get at us.
Yep. Yeah, that is.
Frankie Muniz, I'm sure you're not that busy. Yeah, and Kangaroo Jack. Huh?
Classic.
The movie where the kangaroo doesn't actually talk. With that, you guys want to talk about the plot of Quigley?
Yeah.
Very much.
Blood Bumper, listen to me. I'm gonna give you the plot summary. Come on, baby, here's the synopsis. Blood Bumper, Blood Bumper.
So we open on a storybook illustrations of a Pomeranian walking around as pop punk music plays over our opening credits.
God.
And these illustrations are nothing to write home about.
No.
Sad to say.
I'm pretty sure that the dog is in the same position in several of them.
Yeah, it's like a puppet it's like a little puppet show with there's a backdrop, and then the dog drawing moves around. It's it's very disarming. I can say
Yeah.
I just this movie really kept not caring about my expectations.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
this music
it was
also
hard to clock at any given point.
It really, I was impressed by that, because I kind of checked in being like, oh, another shitty movie with Gary Busey in it on camcorder, and it's like The Room, and we're gonna laugh, and it really like kept pulling the rug out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very hard to get your bearings.
Yeah.
So then we meet our hero Archie, played by Gary Busey, who's wearing red wraparound sunglasses and driving a gold Porsche with a license plate that reads "Rich Guy."
Hell yeah.
That's pretty cool. He parks at work, where he sees a poodle just sort of standing there next to some dog poop. Archie goes ballistic and he tries to scare it off, and then he slips in the big pile of poop, and then he falls on his back right in the poop. And he tells his right-hand man, Dexter, played by Curtis Armstrong, that he wants to send out a memo stating that all dog owners will be executed.
I love Curtis Armstrong. I was happy to see him, except I want him to have a good life and to get roles that he cares about.
Yes, he said also in that AV Club interview that he was more or less tricked into doing this movie.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
But,
he did it.
He doesn't let it show.
Consummate actor.
He's not the problem.
He does good. He does a good job.
Now, Archie tells Dexter that he wants to do a bunch of layoffs to maximize profits, and he wants Dexter to do them for him, and also to play his virtual reality CD-ROM at a big stockholders meeting. Archie then hides the virtual reality CD-ROM in his office, which is crazy.
Yeah.
His office has a commercial espresso machine. It has a stone Egyptian statue.
Yes.
It's like very eclectic.
There's so many stone statues and things from the Natural History Museum.
Yeah, it feels like the director contacted all his friends and was like, what's something expensive I can borrow from you? And I'll put that in this guy's office. Do you own anything expensive?
It's reminded me of, did you ever see that Michael Jackson documentary from the 90s that Martin Bashir did, and they just show him going to the mall and buying things. And there's a store that's just like big gold expensive stuff. And it's all Egyptian stone statues and like sarcophagi and just stuff you buy if you're crazy and you have infinite money.
Yeah.
That's what The Room was like.
Yeah. But the cheap version of that somehow.
Oh yeah, totally.
So he then heads home for the day. Driving home, he listens to himself giving a speech about laying off his workers to maximize profits, when suddenly a white Pomeranian wanders into the road. Archie swerves to avoid it and then rolls his Porsche and dies. He wakes up in heaven, which looks a lot like a nondescript room, and a quartet of angels tell him that he will be sent back to Earth to atone for being such a piece of human garbage.
I'd also like to point out very quickly that when he first appears in heaven, what he says is, "That was cool. Where am I?"
Yeah.
Which I like the idea of someone dying and then like waking up in heaven and being like, wow, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I hope that's what it's like when you die, honestly.
Yeah.
That would
awesome.
be not too bad. Oh shit, I was alive.
Oh, cool.
Well, he's evil and dark-sided, so I kind of took that to be like, I don't know, like an elementary school kid's idea of like someone who's like opposite day version of bad. Like,
sure.
Okay.
Normal people would not like. He likes.
Yeah.
He
Sure, that's fair.
Cool to die and like fun to like be sad and mad.
Sure.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that makes perfect sense. His character is, I'm going to say all the characters in this are very odd.
Yeah.
Mhm. Quirky.
Yeah, I wouldn't look at them as like people with interiority or
Yeah.
like they don't exist. They just say things.
Or any level of normalcy.
Yeah, no. Now, ironically, as a guy that hates dogs, he was going to be sent back as a dog. And the dog is going to be named Quigley. No one who ever meets Quigley will ever learn his name. I don't even know why he has a name, but he does, and it's Quigley. He's going to be escorted by his guardian angel, Sweeney, played by Oz Perkins. Oz Perkins is both Anthony Perkins' son and the director of the movies Longlegs and The Monkey.
Oh, that's that guy?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a great note.
Yeah, small world, eh?
Mhm.
Thank God he moved on to bigger and better things.
Yeah.
Real talent.
Did we mention that after Gary Busey first saw the poodle pooping, he told he told Dexter that they were going to institute a company mandate to have all dogs killed?
I believe he might have said all dogs owners executed, but I think it's tough to say.
Right.
Yeah.
He
Either one.
going to kill all dog related people and dogs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think that policy is going to be pretty unpopular.
No.
But I guess that solves some of his layoffs problems.
Yeah.
I also feel it's important. I feel like they address this too, where like Gary Busey's like, so I can talk, and they're like, no, you can't talk.
No.
And in
You're
fact,
not
the only
talking.
person who sees Quigley as Gary Busey is Oz Perkins, which they do a lot. They play a lot with, which I was genuinely surprised by.
Yeah, they have a little fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
The way they decided to do that is so weird.
Really wacky.
Yeah. Chris, do
Yeah.
you want to explain how it goes?
Yeah, like they'll have a shot where like Oz Perkins will be holding Quigley the dog as Quigley, and we'll put him down on the ground and the camera will sort of pan away, and then it'll zoom out and Gary Busey will be sitting where Quigley was. But at the same time, Gary Busey will be kind of like huffing and puffing, like he sort of rushed into place.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
Oh, I thought
but you
that
can
was
sort of
like
pan it off like maybe the dog was panting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's also wearing a collar.
which looks cool and punk rock as hell.
Yeah.
And there is one scene where Oz Perkins dog walks Gary Busey in a collar that I'm sure awakened something in somebody somewhere at some point.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Now, let's see. Sweeney tells Archie / Quigley that he'll be the only person that will see him as Archie the man. Everyone else will see him as Quigley the dog. And he will also get 2 assignments that he must complete to get into heaven. But Sweeney won't tell him what they are or help him at all. He's strictly an observer.
It's good he's there.
Hmm.
Yeah, somebody's got to keep an eye on old Quigley
He
/
changes
Archie.
his clothes a lot.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
he's
he
got a lot
does.
of great outfits.
He does, but it's shocking how often he changes his clothes.
I mean, I figured it was a gag or maybe something to do with like his powers of being an angel. He can just magic on and off different, like very well appointed outfits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they all fit him very well.
It's just like character work that he likes to put on tons of different outfits, like in the same scene.
It feels like it has to be a choice, because if it wasn't a choice, it doesn't make sense that they would just literally have this many outfits. Like he sometimes changes outfits like from scene to scene. It's like, let's go for a walk, Quigley, and he's in another outfit. Like, it doesn't make any actual sense.
And they're beautiful outfits.
very
It's
beautiful.
not just like a different shirt and pants. It's like a gorgeous little 3-piece suit and like
Mm-hmm.
a cool, like loud check. It looks intentional.
At one point, he's wearing a referee shirt,
I
which I
loved it.
thought was
I
very
loved
strange.
it. I loved it. I used to do that in high school. I loved it.
The clothes are great.
It's true. I imagine those must be from Oz Perkins' personal collection.
Hope
That's
so.
how
I
they
hope
work.
so.
Now, Archie figures he'll start by heading back to his old office, since that's the only other place that he's ever been. Unfortunately, he promptly wanders into a janitor's closet and gets locked in overnight.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Dexter and his coworker Sarah are unable to locate Archie's virtual reality CD-ROM, a phrase that is said over and over again to the point where it almost loses all meaning.
Mm-hmm.
VRCDR.
It's a Neil
Yeah.
Breen-esque.
Mm-hmm.
It's like virtual reality CD-ROM. It's like, what does that even mean? Especially in
you couldn't tell.
2003.
I mean, it feels it's funny to laugh at a VR CDR in the year 2025, but those, I mean, I feel like in 1997, I guess, not so much 2003, there would sometimes be like a school assembly, and they show you like the Mind's Eye
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
or the Mind's Eye 2.
Yes. I
Mhm.
love
Not
the Mind's
exactly
Eye
virtual
series.
reality, but it was very early CGI.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, this definitely feels like a guy just throwing together two tech terms that he heard.
Yeah.
I was hoping it would really be a virtual reality CD-ROM.
Yes, and especially since virtual reality does not happen at any point, and
Mm-mm.
it's more of just a CD.
Yeah.
Now
You could call it augmented reality that
it's true.
Archie is a secret dog.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, he's a dog that sees himself as a man, and there's a very let's take a quick moment. Let's talk about identity and
Sure.
Quigley,
Mhm.
because at several times he's like, "Well, I had to take a piss," because when you're a dog, sometimes when you got to piss, you just got to piss. You can't even hold it. And that's why I pissed in this guy's briefcase.
God bless.
Mm-hmm.
Briefcase, yeah.
At the same time, he saw himself as clothed.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's like the Matrix situation where he sees himself as he envisions himself, but also in a collar? There's a lot going on.
That's a good question. Like, how does he perceive himself? Like, was he standing there? Was he squatting there with his leg up?
I think he's, well, in the first case with the briefcase P, I think he's being a son of a bitch,
Yeah.
Okay.
so to speak.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
He knows he can sort of get away with it. And then maybe it's sort of like an Animorphs thing where he's getting a little bit of the animal mind, or he's getting used to these habits inside this body. But it's all a smear.
If he stays too long, he'll forget what it's like to be a man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it in a different direction. I'm gonna say it's like quantum mechanics, where it's like he's both a man peeing on a briefcase and a dog peeing on a briefcase, but we never know until we check. When he thinks about it, he's a man, but when we see it, when we check, it's a dog.
Oh, whoa.
Okay, I'm gonna take it to another level. I'm gonna take it to the anagogical level.
Okay.
I'm gonna say spiritually, it is true that he is a man.
Mm-hmm.
Physically, it is true that he is a dog, and those two truths exist, both in a simultaneous state of being true.
I like that quite a bit. And what did you call this word? What?
Anagogical.
Anagogical.
Shout out Anna.
Yes, shout out to Anna. Miss you, baby. Okay, back on track.
Yeah.
Let's see. Heads to his office, gets locked in a janitor's closet, can't find the CD-ROM.
The janitor's an interesting person.
Yes, the janitor is your classic comedic German.
Yeah.
You don't see a lot of comedic Germans these days.
That janitor was a hoot.
Yeah.
Real throwback.
What was his? He had a funny name. His name was
I think it was Frank.
but they called him Janitor Trots or something.
Well, they very well could. In the credits, he's listed solely as Frank the janitor.
All right.
Now, Quigley sneaks into Dexter's office, pisses in his briefcase, and steals the keys to Archie's office before getting locked back in the janitor's closet for the night again somehow. That night, Sweeney shames Archie for his misogynistic behavior as a boss by informing him that without women, we wouldn't have the windshield wiper or laser printers.
Mm-hmm.
Much to consider.
That was so great. That was
a great moment.
Dialogue, yeah, because he listed the things first.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
He just Archie was like, being a jerk and stuff, and Sweeney was in reprimanding mode, but instead of saying, hey, stop that, because Archie said that you can't trust men and women are like dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sweeney just started listing items.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
then
it's like
said,
windshield
"What do
wiper,
windshield
laser printer.
Yeah. And then he was like, what do all these things have in common? They were all invented by women.
Mm,
Very
really
teaching moment.
makes you think.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think he's finally getting through to old Archie.
Yeah.
Now the next morning, Dexter finds Quigley's footprints on his desk.
On his
And
dick.
so he sends out the janitor and 2 bungling security guards to find him. One of the janitors was the voice of Patrick Star from
Yeah.
SpongeBob.
Also, Dauber on Coach. Same guy.
Yes.
Hmm.
The other guy was, I think, on Sister Sister.
Oh, hell yeah.
Good for him.
Now, Sarah is distraught by Dexter's antipathy towards animals. But he explains that Archie hated dogs and he just wants to keep things running the way Archie would during his sudden, unexplained absence. Do you think anybody knows that Archie is dead?
So I was curious about that, but they actually address that at one point. They do address that he's actually dead. Because I was
Okay.
like, do they know he's dead? And then moments later, I was like, no, they do know he's dead.
Okay.
It just didn't seem like anybody else worked there.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
true.
it's probably because they didn't want to pay other actors.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they certainly didn't do many tricks to make it feel full. That's for sure.
Except for the stairwell. There is one point at which there are like 6 people going up and down the stairwell, and it's like, that doesn't happen in an office. They all take the elevator. You know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they just looked out and they shot a scene where some people were going up and down the stairs. And then they
Perhaps.
Look at those guys at the stairs. Go,
Go quick, go quick.
Cross past them and say your lines. Now let's see, antipathy towards dogs. Oh, also Dexter is going to fire a bunch of people, just like Archie would have wanted. Sarah wants him to reconsider all that. Later, when Sarah finds Quigley in Archie's office and Quigley has found the missing virtual reality CD-ROM, she calls Dexter over. But by the time Dexter gets there, Quigley has smashed the virtual reality CD-ROM into pieces.
Yes.
It seems like Archie's having a change of heart. Instead of being upset, Dexter is elated. Now he has no choice but to run the company the way that he wants to, which is to say, kindly.
Yeah.
He even pats Quigley and asks Sarah out to dinner.
Yeah.
Good for you, Curtis Armstrong.
Yeah. I also feel like we should mention that Curtis Armstrong is really into developing this video game system that they've got.
Yes. It's going to have 3 joysticks.
That's one of the best parts of it.
Because they're a
Yeah.
video game company.
Yes.
That's what the business is.
And the fun part of the game is you have to keep on switching joysticks in it.
Yeah, that's
It's
what
an extra
the
part.
joystick switching mechanic is a blast. It's like, what are you talking about? What
Yeah,
could
you
you
sounded
possibly be talking about?
Yeah. Maybe it was Sarah was talking about, she was like, my favorite part, this is like the only time we hear about them talking about this product that they make. And she's like, my favorite part is when you have to switch joysticks and you think it's going to be one, but then you're wrong. And then she said something very, very specific about what goes on in her mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
when she's switching joysticks. This
sounds like well, until we see the other video game that comes later in the film. This one sounds like the craziest that I've ever heard. Now, let's see. Quigley, he runs outside and he meets up with Sweeney. And Sweeney tells him that he has one more assignment, and he also can't tell him what that one is.
No.
But he can't tell him that it's helping out his estranged brother, Woodward. Then Quigley gets captured by the dog catcher and sent to the pound, and then he escapes with Sweeney's help. No problem.
The dog catcher, I think, was the character I was thinking of who has a funny name, because his name is Dog Catcher Spriggs.
Yep.
That's
And he says his own name a lot. He says, I'm Dog Catcher Spriggs, and like I'm gonna like get you.
Yeah. I mean, if I was dog catcher Wally Spriggs, I would say my own name a lot too. That sounds really satisfying.
Yeah.
Right up there with saying my name is Quigley.
Hmm. He has a lot of enthusiasm for his job and for his name.
Yeah. Now, let's see. It's perfect timing, really, because the next thing we know, we see a young girl in the street about to get hit by a car. Quigley leaps to push her out of the way, and it turns out that she's Archie's niece, Megan. Megan brings Quigley home to Mom and her brother Brian. The kids want to keep him, but Mom surmises that a well-groomed, purebred dog like Quigley probably has an owner that's looking for him.
Probably.
Hmm.
Little does she know that Quigley is actually her reincarnated brother-in-law, and no man is his master, only God. That night, Woodward tells the missus that he might get laid off. If he does, he'll have to stop working on his own personal video game.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
I love hearing his wife be like, no, you've got to finish that game. You've got to finish your game.
She's really supportive.
Yeah.
I like to imagine that it's just playing a game.
Yeah.
You gotta beat Civilization 7 on Warlord.
If you don't,
I know you can do it.
You can do it. You can do it.
Also, can I say this supportive wife is beautiful?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes,
Yeah.
you can absolutely say that.
she looks like a supermodel.
Yep.
And she's beautifully styled in every scene.
Yes, a real asset to the film.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Where was? Oh yes. That night, Woodward tells the missus that he might get laid off, and he does. He'll have to stop working on his video. Oh yeah, I definitely said that. Chris, cut that part out and start again. Now, I'm serious. The next day, Megan sneaks out of the house to make sure that the flyers they have hanging up advertising that they found Quigley, that have no picture of Quigley or even a description beyond nice dog.
Yeah, it just says
Yeah.
nice dog.
Yeah.
We found a nice dog. Is it yours?
Yep.
But she's checking to make sure that they're still hanging up.
She's just checking to make sure. Like, at one point in this scene, I was watching it with my partner, and she was like, wait, what's she doing? She's walking around looking at the flyers that they hung up.
Yeah, just making sure that no local vandals tore them down.
Yeah.
You know,
I think they're
she
trying
really
to,
wants to put in a good faith effort to return Quigley to his
I
owner.
feel like she was trying to see if they were taken down, because if they were taken down, that would mean that someone was going to claim Quigley.
Guess
Good
so.
point.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, if it was your dog, you wouldn't leave the flyer there.
Exactly.
No one else needs to see it.
I'm satisfied by that.
I never thought of it that way. That's what I would do if I lost my dog. I would take the flyer home. I was thinking I
Exactly.
should take a picture of the flyer.
It was a different world back then. You know, you had to take the flyer. That was the only
worked.
way you could do
If
it.
it what didn't turn out to be my dog, I'd be like, oh, I should go hang the flyer back up. So when Mom figures out that Megan has gotten lost through the hints dropped by her loyal dog, Quigley, she hits the streets looking for Megan. Mom tells Woodward and calls the cops, but then Quigley hits the streets.
Yes.
There's a looking for the little girl montage.
Mm-hmm.
And then Quigley finds her and leads her home, and everyone is happy.
Where was she?
She was
in the
just like
woods.
by the side of a road.
Yeah.
She was in a pile of signs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have to say, I really liked that little girl because she was always outside playing with like a stick and hoop, or like just
Yeah.
a ball, like just like holding a big red ball. And she was like, too old to be playing with. Like,
Yeah, especially because she was also playing video games they established.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ages 8 to 88.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, later, Sweeney informs Archie that finding his missing niece was not actually his other assignment. His brother is still in rough financial straits. In fact, that night, Woodward gets laid off. Everyone is going to sleep. It quickly decides that maybe it's time to check out Woodward's video game. It's called Tiny Tales, and it appears to be a visual novel about 3 small animals skipping stones on a pond.
Can I tell you? I took a screenshot of every one of the 3 piles of text that appears on screen. So
Oh my God, do you have them there?
yeah, I don't have a way to upload them here. I can get them to you, but I can read them out loud. So I can.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Okay. So the first one, you've got like a fox, a rabbit, and a turtle all looking at a pond.
It looked really beautiful.
It says, "Hey fellas, as long as we've got a minute or two, let's see who can skip a stone the most number of times. The winner gets first dib on whatever is in my toy box."
Okay.
And then there's a stone skipping game. That is level 1. Also,
I like it.
the video game recognizes people. Whoever plays it, it's like, "Hello, Quigley," which is impressive technology, I have to say.
Yeah.
Next we have, it's a surprise party. It says, "This is the perfect surprise party. All my friends are here and they've all brought me gifts that I really, really like. I'm truly blessed to have so many great friends." And we've got a couple of options. First, let's help blow out the candles. Second, time for some party games. Number 3, let's sing a song, everyone. So that's stage 2.
I got to go with let's blow out the candles. If these candles are already lit, this is the most urgent situation.
And I got it a little out of order. That was stage 3. So my apologies. Here's stage 2. I took the photos in the poor order. So, hi, Bart. I don't know why it says Bart, but it does. I just heard about Billy's surprise party. I was planning on making him a new wagon to carry all his toys around in, but I can't decide on a color. After that, I'm going to eat lunch. And then we've got several options. There's also a bear. There's a bear with a pacifier and a bib that says "Feed me." And our options are: what is Billy's favorite color? That's a question. 2, can you make it to Billy's party? Or want to help me decorate? Those are your options for level 2. So that's, as far as I can tell, the entirety of the game is those 3 questions.
Wow.
And one of them is skipping a skipping stone game.
So that's like a mini game.
Yes,
To
that's
advance
level
through
1.
the visual novel.
Yeah, that's level 1.
Well, it's absorbing enough for Quigley to stay up all night playing it. So I assume that there's it's like Ulysses. Like it's a lot of tiny little moments inside of normal life.
Sure. We can run with that.
Quigley instantly recognizes that this is one of the best video games ever made.
Obviously.
He plays it all night and come morning grabs the disc and runs off with it. His family chase him in their minivan and Quigley leads them all to Archie's old company. He brings the disc to Dexter, who recognizes Quigley and also instantly recognizes that this is one of the greatest video games ever made.
I mean, it's got that skipping stone thing in it, and it's awesome.
There's the surprise party.
And then you can ask a bear a question.
All your friends are there, and they brought you your favorite presents. That sounds amazing.
There was a poster on the wall of Dexter's office that was like one of the other games that they sell at the company, and it was called Violenza.
It was called Mondo Violesio. Violesio, Violecio. This made me laugh so hard because he's like, it's better than our prior bestseller. And then they point to the wall and it's this stupid picture of what looks like a person that looks like a Ninja Turtle, except that it's not a turtle's body. It's just a suit that is green. And he's also a pirate because he's got an eye patch and he's wearing like a bandana on his head. And then they cut back to the girl and she's like, "My dad says that game's trash." And then Dexter goes, "It is." It's incredible. Absolutely incredible.
And the poster is like 8.5 by 11. Like
it's very small. It's very small.
Not spring for the full size.
No.
They just have a tiny little poster.
How much for the 10 by 18? Now, so he offers Woodward a cool $500,000 for the rights to Tiny Tales and to start working for him immediately. Right there on the spot.
Deal?
In 2003 money, I mean, he needed a job. I think it's probably going to be a good deal for both of them.
He's not really in a position to bargain much.
It's true.
It's true. Now, And also, this game, I'm going to say, is going to have a very niche audience.
Extremely.
Now, Sweeney then shows up, and he says that Quigley is actually his dog, and takes him and leaves. Sweeney then brings him back to heaven, where God tells Archie that good deeds are not enough. Entrance to heaven can only be guaranteed through faith alone.
Right.
Which was an incredible moment for this movie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because first of
Also-
all, we find out that God is Lutheran, so that's good to know.
I didn't pick that up somehow.
Yeah, that was the big thing with the Lutherans was
Okay.
faith alone.
Okay.
They should put that on the box
They should.
so you know what you're getting.
Yeah. I mean, God forbid I was, I don't know, a Baptist.
Yeah. Right. What if
Um,
you're a different kind of Christian and you put that on in front of your kids and you want to encourage them to do good deeds, and then the movie's telling them not to?
I also like that during the section, they're like, there are no second chances. It's like, wasn't this whole movie an opportunity to try again?
This was
And
the
isn't
whole
he
movie a
about to
second
get a
chance?
third chance?
Yeah, is that what's it's like this whole movie's a second chance, right?
it's the first chance after death. So the next chance would be the second.
Okay, so he has one chance after his original chance to undo what he did. He doesn't get a second chance at the second chance.
Life itself is like chance 0.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a zero confusion. It's arithmetic. This makes sense
Yeah.
theoretically.
You don't get a second chance, but you get a mulligan.
Yeah.
You get one chance, and then on the next one, that's the
then
That's the actual chance.
yeah.
Then that's your first strike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your second chance is your first strike.
And you can get one Dio.
And let me tell you, you get 3 outs, and that's the inning.
That's right. So many metaphors.
But that's it, and then you're going to
Then.
Yeah.
But also, do you think that means that his 2 assignments should have then been like forming a personal relationship with Christ?
You would think.
Like, instead of doing some good deeds?
You would think that. You would think that would be the whole purpose of it. Because it's just like, you got to go back and try to fix things. But all of that was pointless anyway, so.
It seems hard to measure his relationship with Christ.
It would
I
have
would
been
agree.
good to just have quickly go back and then spends the rest of the movie reading the Bible.
That would have been riveting.
Little dog paws.
Like, really thinking about it, like, really? He did that for me?
How about that?
It would be very cute. The dog is an amazing actor.
The dog was great.
Oh, yeah.
5 stars to Quigley as
5
Quigley.
stars to Quigley as himself.
Mm-hmm.
So then Archie wakes up in a hospital bed. It was all a dream. But now he's a changed man. He calls Dexter and asks him to pick him up at the hospital. And then tells him that he's going to make him full partner at the company. They then head over to Woodward's house, where the 2 of them reconcile. And Uncle Archie gives the kid a Pomeranian puppy. And he tells them his name is Quigley.
Okay, but when Archie approaches the family at this point, meanwhile, everything that happened has been erased. Oh,
yeah, none of that happened.
There was there was a part where there's like a litter of Pomeranian puppies, and everyone's gonna get one. Because Sweeney turns up, takes Quigley the dog. He's like, I own Quigley, I'm the owner. But don't worry, we just found out that there's an unrelated litter of Pomeranian puppies, and so everybody can, like, let's all go for a round of puppies, and we're all gonna get puppies.
I think little Quigley in the alternate real timeline is from that litter of puppies.
Oh.
That's my theory. That's how we knew where to find a puppy so quickly.
Sure.
Yeah.
Or should I say so quickly?
Well, I'm sure all of the logistics on that work out.
I mean, Quigley is tight as a drum.
Yeah. Okay, but so then Archie goes to see his estranged family in the timeline where he's learned his lesson and he's ready to be nice to everybody. And he comes out of this black car in his suit, and the family has no reason to like give him any goodwill. He's still just horrible, estranged Uncle Archie, who humiliated their father at one point because the dad, I guess, approached the tech company one time with the video games, and the dad was like, "Get out of here! You're uh, uh, an embarrassment to the family, and you're no good," and made him feel bad. So he shows up with nothing nude off of them. He just says, "Come here and hug me."
Yeah.
He's very persistent, and it worked.
He says he's gonna be changed, and he gives him a dog, so that's
He
something.
does, yeah. The turning point is when he produces the dog.
Yeah.
And as a Christian film, forgiveness is hypothetically such a core principle that I could see Chris Adkins forgiving his brother as being one of his virtues and showing him as the good brother.
That makes sense.
Know. He just he really, the vibes in that scene could not possibly.
No. It's so funny that they're all standing like 25 feet apart as they're talking to each other. Like, hey, it's me. You can stay over there. Well, final thoughts, 5-star ratings. Where did everybody land in terms of watchability and weirdness? Greg, you want to kick us off?
All right, I will. So watchability, this is a 5. This is hands down a 5. I think even like there was some part of me like I was excited when I saw what it was, but I was like, Christian film, I watched a lot of those growing up. Am I going to be bored or annoyed by that in some way? And no. This to me seemed as Christian as like like I still believe, while I don't have a religion, I still basically believe in the 10 Commandments because I don't want to like steal anything or murder anybody, and it feels like it's operating at that level. It's just like, just be nice. Just be nice to people, help. It's like, those are all good. Those are all good things that I think we can all get into.
But they keep count, so don't forget that.
Yes, exactly. And just a joy. And everybody is really committed. Like Gary Busey is not phoning it in, which you'd think he might be. He's actually taking it to, like, when he acts, sometimes like, I hadn't really thought, like, there's something about his performance. I'm just like, I hadn't actually considered that kind of reaction, but that actually makes sense. Gary Busey is a man who's masquerading as a dog and is stuck in that. It's interesting that you're going there. So watchability, this is a 5. I think anybody will get joy out of this. I intend to watch it tomorrow. With a friend, because it's just one of those things. It's like, as soon as you see it, you're willing to see it again. So don't hesitate. As weirdness goes, I'm going to go 3.5. I could go more. Actually, I'm going to do 4 just because it's very normal seeming. And then when you think about it, it's like, oh no, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever, actually. Even the logistics of how they present the dog, where it's just like, you can't talk. And then it like cuts to Gary Busey just like on all fours being like, what am I supposed to do? I can't manipulate anything. And it's just like, yeah, this is breaking down the context of a man being a dog in a way I just didn't expect. And this whole talk about video games, it's like they're in a different world altogether. Really great. Loved every moment of it.
What about you, Sarah? Where do you land in terms of watchability and weirdness?
I am, and I said this at the beginning, but I was surprised at what a good time I had watching it. Like I said, like it was like a Reddit tip. I went in with like a little bit of a cold heart because I was like, yeah, you were going to make fun of a Christian movie that costs $12 to make. Like I was like, it's going to be low hanging fruit and it'll probably be silly and that's fine. But there was something like so original about how off the wall it was. Like it really did keep doing things and even like spitting out dialogue that were like, I was like, excuse me, what? Like genius poetry did this stupid ass movie just say? And that was consistent. Like there wasn't even, and I, again, like my expectations continued to be low even after the movie started demonstrating that it was gonna be a good time. And it just kept being fun the whole time. So I guess I'm just gonna give it a 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
And I am let's see, the weirdness stuff. Weirdness. I think the weirdest thing about it was how good it is.
Yeah.
And it's, again, hard to tell how intentional this form of quality is, but it kind of doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
So I guess I mean, what could it do to be like, what is weirder? I don't know. I don't want weirdness just for weirdness' sake. Like, I don't need like a big weird monster on wheels. I mean,
No.
let's give it a 4 for weirdness.
There you go. It's not the craziest thing you've ever seen in your life, but it's not.
It's not
Forgettable.
sane. It's not sane.
Yeah.
No, it's not the most sane thing I've ever seen in my life.
I gave it a good 4.5 in watchability. I thought it was good, proper trash. A good meal. I was talking to Greg before the show, and I told him it feels like this was the type of thing that we would be watching every week when we came up with the idea of your favorite bad movie podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And I've enjoyed that we've had a lot more variety than that, and I've enjoyed, seeing how other people approach it and getting to watch a whole bunch of different type of movies. I think it's been really great, but it's really nice just to have just a meaty piece of garbage you can stink your teeth into.
Your teeth into.
Yeah.
Purpose.
And I'll give it 4 stars in weirdness. There's a handful of very competent actors in this very, very incompetent movie, and their competence really helped make it more watchable. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, they at least know how to deliver lines. It never feels like you're just watching people go through the motions, and that helps a lot to have them all being committed and showing up on the day. But it's in the service of something that's very strange, a very odd vision, and the kind of thing that I think you could see was made by an overconfident guy.
Yeah.
Who got in over his head at some point. Now, but that said, he wanted to go back for more. We could talk about that a little bit in our next segment. The sequel was shelved.
This movie film was pretty good. If you ask me, I think they would make a sequel, but the sequel was shelved. This movie film was pretty good. If you ask me, I think they would make a sequel, but no sequel was found.
So near as I can tell, Quigley was William Byron Hillman's biggest success. So it makes sense that he would be working on a sequel. In fact, he's still working on it today. And he appears to have been working on it since at least 2012. Here's what he was able to piece together from bits and bobs from his blog, archived personal website, and Amazon listings for the novel Quigley 2.
Mm-hmm.
The title I've seen is Quigley 2, Quigley's Christmas Adventure. Perfect, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now the plot is centered around a failing toy company that is staffed entirely with autistic people.
What?
Sure.
That's what.
Yep. That's
that was the choice that he made, and I'm sure he's going to knock it out of the park.
Yep.
Now, when a trio of slackers show up to shut the place down, an alarm bell goes off in heaven. God quickly sends not one, but 2 heavenly dogs, Quigley and Knuckles.
But hey, that sidekick name is taken.
Yeah, you can't name something an animal Knuckles. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a long time. Anyway.
It was
It was
long after Sonic and Tails and Knuckles, I'll say that.
Yeah. I mean,
now, they also get sent down with a wingless angel named Thurmond to set things right. Also, Santa Claus was in the mix somewhere, I'm not sure, and Santa Claus was going to be played by a black actor.
Okay. Okay.
Assorted talent attached included Scott Baio, James Duvall, and William McNamara to play, I believe, the trio of slackers.
James
came to shut down
Duvall
the
as
toy
a
making.
slacker who shuts down. Was it Santa's Workshop? No, Toy Makers.
Toy makers staffed entirely with autistic.
Yeah.
Who is William McNamara?
I have no idea.
He was. Oh God, hang on. Let me pull it up. This is why I've got this set up on my computer. I looked it up before and I forgot. I can tell you, listeners, that James Duvall was in Nowhere and Independence Day. He was in May. And obviously Scott Baio. We all know Scott Baio. William McNamara. He was in Copycat. He was the killer in the movie Copycat.
I've never seen that.
Oh my God, you've got to see it. It's got Sigourney Weaver and Holly Hunter in it together. It's incredible.
Great.
It is a slam dunk 90s thriller. One of my favorites.
Nice.
But other than that, let's see. His other top 4 on IMDb: Stealing Home, Amber Road, Surviving the Game.
No.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Amber Road.
Now, but Gary Busey was not slated to return. Last I read on the Quigley 2 official Facebook page, production had been delayed by COVID-19, the novel coronavirus. But Hillman is still planning on moving forward with it.
Okay.
So keep an eye out. Quigley 2 could be coming down the pike.
Sounds interesting.
I have a question. What about Quigley Down Under? Where are we on that?
Boy, I feel like it's got to be this. I haven't seen it. Have you guys seen it?
I've not seen that movie, no.
All right. We'll have to check it out. We'll report back on Quigley Down Under, the unofficial sequel or prequel to Quigley.
We'll see.
Well, do you guys want to play a game?
Yes.
Yes, please.
All right. I love doing a classic Anderson transition. Let's play a little 2 out of 3 are real. He's this guy. He's this guy. He's that guy. But there ain't no way he ever played the third guy. I know how you feel. How you feel. But 2 out of 3 are real. I said I know how you feel. But 2 out of 3 are real. Baby, we can talk all night. But now it's time for the segment. That's right, we're going to play a little 2 out of 3 are real, and we're doing it with the filmography of Christopher Adkins. He, of course, played Woodward in this film. He's most famous for being in the movie Blue Lagoon. But he's actually put in a lot of great work. So what I've got here is I'm going to read you 3 movie titles and roles that would have been played by Christopher Adkins. 2 of them are real, but 1 of them is a fake. I want you to tell me which one is fake.
Very quickly, who is Chris Adkins again in the picture?
Woodward.
Okay.
I actually can't remember who that is either.
That's the father. Yeah, in the second one.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
The designer of Tail Game. The Telltale.
Got it.
So this is a buzz-in game. You'll buzz in by saying your own name. If you get it wrong, your opponent will have the chance to steal. Is everybody ready?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Which one of these is fake? Die Watching, Michael Terrence. Beaks, the movie, Peter. Or Killer Bear, Jock.
Greg. Beaks, the movie. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Beaks is real.
Ha.
Sarah, can you steal?
Yes, I think the fake one is going to be the third one that you said.
Killer Bear Jock?
Sure.
You're correct.
Ah.
Question number 2. In Mortuary Academy, Max Grimm, Goof Squad, Billy Tompkins, or A Night in Heaven, Rick?
Greg.
Greg?
Goof Squad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've heard you say Goof Squad at
I was
some
gonna
point in
say
my life.
that sounded like a Chris joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Question number 3. Child Bride of Short Creek, Isaac King. Night Rose, Akbar's daughter, Bitterman, or Son of a Cop, Sergeant Tanner?
Sarah,
Sarah?
I think Bitterman is fake.
I'm sorry, he did play Bitterman in Night Rose, Akbar's daughter. Greg, can you steal?
Let's say Son of a Cop.
You got it. I made up Son of a Cop.
It's really unfortunate that the first one is real.
Yeah, he really did star in Child Bride of Short Creek.
Oh my god.
Question number 3. Ninja Dawn, Murphy.
Dawn?
Ninja Dawn,
Okay.
Murphy. Dracula Rising, Vlad. Project Shadow Chaser 3, Snake.
Ooh. Greg?
Greg.
What was the Dawn one? What was the... It was...
Ninja Dawn.
We'll say Ninja Dawn.
You're correct.
I like Ninja Dawn because you can pretend there's just a woman named Dawn who's a ninja.
Ooh, that's really nice.
Yeah, it works both ways. Question number 5. Bullet Down Under, Martin Bullet. Smoke and Lightning, or Gun in the Night, Hank Gunn.
Greg.
Sarah.
I don't know. I'm gonna say lightning is made up.
No, he did play Lightning in Smoke and Lightning.
I feel like I've actually seen that somehow.
It sounds good.
What was the third one?
Gun in the Night, Hank Gunn.
Yeah, we'll say Hank Gunn and Gun in the Night.
Yeah. I tried. I knew if you went back to look at Hank Gunn, it wouldn't hold up. All right. Question number 3. Guns of Honor, Dusty Fog. Mustang Sundown, Dusty Fog. Trigger Fast, Dusty Fog.
Sarah. I didn't actually pick one ahead of time. I think I'm going to say the second Dusty Fog.
Mustang Sundown?
Yeah.
You're correct.
Yeah.
All right, plenty game left to play. Question number 7. Party Cabin, Teague. Wet and Wild Summer, Bobby McCain. What word is that? Oh, Tequila Express, David Manning.
Ooh.
Mm.
What was... Can you read them again?
Absolutely. Party Cabin, Teague. Wet and Wild Summer, Bobby McCain. Tequila Express, David Manning.
Greg.
Party
Cabin?
You're correct, Greg.
He's in a lot of movies.
He kept busy. Question number 8. A Horse for Summer, Pastor Bob. Ride 'em High, Sheriff Lane. Or The Little Unicorn, PC Sid Edwards.
Sarah.
What
was the first one again?
A Horse for Summer, Pastor Bob.
I'll say A Horse for Summer.
I'm sorry, that one is real.
Could you give me the other two again very quickly?
Ride 'em High, Sheriff Lane, or The Little Unicorn, PC Sid Edwards.
The second one, which would be the first one you read here, I guess.
Ride 'em High?
Yes.
That is correct. All right, last question. Title to Murder,
Ooh.
Paul Shaughnessy. Deadly Delusions, Deadly Delusions, Sam Gitlin. Invitation from Death, Tanner Doyle.
I keep thinking of the one that I like the most, and then it's like,
Yeah.
that's not my choice. What were the other two again? So,
I don't
Greg,
like the one I like.
Greg?
the second one you said, whatever that was, what was that?
Deadly Delusions,
Sure.
Sam Gitlin.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sarah, can you steal?
I'm gonna say the first one.
Title to Murder, Paul Shaughnessy.
Yes.
No, I stumped you guys with that one. That one was Invitation from Death, Tanner Doyle.
Invitation from Death is a really great title.
Thank you.
The word "from" is where I kind of fall off on that title.
Well, you guys want to give out some baddie awards?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're messing with
The Baddie Award.
Now you're messing with the baddie awards. Now you're messing with
The Baddie Award.
Now you're messing with the baddie awards.
Congratulations to all the nominees.
That's right. Congratulations to all our nominees. Congratulations to you, listener. You now know more about Quigley than you did when you started listening to the show.
Congrats.
Greg, do you have a baddie award?
I do. So a couple of honorable mentions. Mondo Valesio was definitely in the running for a baddie award. Really loved it. There's a beautiful exchange in which, in the second story, the kids are like, "Can the dog go to bed with us?" And the father says, "No, that dog's still a stranger."
Yeah.
Which is a really beautiful exchange.
That was so good. I was so glad you said that.
But the award is going to go to the single greatest image in Quigley, the one that has been living in my brain rent-free since I've seen it, which is just this smiley, happy little white Pomeranian pushing a chair across an office room for some reason. And Sarah gets down behind him and is just like, "That is so cute." And I think I went, "Yes, it is," because it is the cutest thing. And he's really pushing that chair. And I was like, a Pomeranian can actually push a chair. And he's pushing that chair and he's smiling. And I could just watch that. I could watch that for hours. I just watch it for hours.
I completely understand. A well-earned reward. A well-earned baddie award. Sarah,
Yes.
do you have a baddie award?
Yeah, I think I do. Well, first of all, I forgot about that line where the dad says that the dog is still a stranger. That's what I mean. Like, this movie is just next level with stuff like that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you can't suck at art and write a line like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that line's getting an award from me. I'm not gonna give it a baddie award because Greg already gave that an award. Of course, I loved that part where Sweeney names all the inventions and then invented
Yes.
Yep.
that
was great.
was just like so illustrative of the heart of the movie, of the originality of the movie, and I'll always remember it. I really liked it when I feel like we didn't talk about Gary Busey's look enough during this movie.
Yeah.
No.
Because of course he starts to look like a little more unhinged once he's in dog form. Like he's a little
Yes.
messier, his hair's messier. He looks like a punk in an 80s movie where the punk is the bully.
Yeah.
Like he looks like the bully from like the Flintstones kind of, but if that person was wearing a white button-down shirt. And
Yes.
then because he's wearing that dog collar and he just looks cool and a little scary.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Yeah,
guess I'm
he
giving a
does
baddie
look
award
scary.
to the accessory of the dog collar and Gary Busey, and my final award will go to the litter of puppies that
Yes.
it seemed like everyone was going to get some puppies, but then it turned out to be a dream.
Yeah.
A wonderful dream, though, at least.
Yep.
I'm going to shout out, not my baddie award, but if we're shouting out little lines, and that's one of the delights of Quigley, is that there's 1,000,001 little moments. And
So
obviously,
many
as much as we
delights.
busted on William Byron Hillman in the course of this episode, he did create a film that has 1,000,001 delights, and you can't take that away from him. One little delight that I just want to point out was my favorite line, Gary Busey just looking up at Sweeney and saying, "What do I do now that I'm Quigley?" It's like, boy, there's the rub, isn't it? But my baddie award goes to worst birthday ever to Dexter, who can't find his dead boss's virtual reality CD-ROM on what he claims is his 30th birthday, even though Curtis Armstrong was 50 years old when this was filmed.
Hilarious.
He's had a rough 30 years.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
It was a beautiful head of curls.
Yes.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
And piercing green eyes that no one can take away from him.
Yeah.
Sarah, thank you so much for bringing such a wonderful film to us.
Yes, thank you.
No problem. I didn't even know I wanted to watch it, but now I know that I did.
We're all richer for it. Tell the listeners what you've been up to. I know you've always got a lot going on, and you are genuinely one of my favorite active comics creators.
Oh.
What have you been working on?
Well, I told you I built that bench.
Yes, you've built a beautiful bench too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I showed both of these guys a bench that I built in the corner of my room. It's my first woodworking project, and you can fully sit on it, and nothing bad will happen to the bench or to you.
God damn.
Been going pretty hard on that, and I have a new comic coming out at SPX, which is the Small Press Expo in Maryland, and it'll be in print form there, and also I'm serializing it online.
Nice.
And where should people follow you if they want to find your stuff?
Well, they can follow me on Instagram or Blue Sky, and should I be like spelling out like handles here? Is that going to stick?
We can put it in the show notes. Listeners, check the show notes.
Yeah.
And I'll message you for those later. Make sure we got everything in there right.
Yeah. Cool.
Well, thank you so much. You've got to come back, Sarah, especially if you're throwing heaters like Quigley.
Yeah.
Oh, my pleasure. I am also committed to watching Quigley Down Under, and if it hits, which now my expectations are sky high. You know, like Quigley was, it turned out to be a unique, happy surprise. But I think Quigley Down Under has kind of a harder job because now I think it's going to be really good.
Yeah, big shoes to fill for Quigley Down Under.
Oh yeah.
Well, listeners, if you want to come watch Quigley with us, come join the Discord. We're watching movies there every month. The week that this episode comes out will probably be the week that we have this scheduled. It's always a lot of fun. And you can find us on Instagram and Blue Sky, and you've got links to that through our show notes. Also, while you're here, why don't you just give us a quick 5 stars? Sarah, if you listen to yourself on this episode, give yourself 5 stars.
I will.
Yes.
We've done it.
One, it's working again. Slam dunk for my new strategy. Listeners, see how easy it is. You could give us that 5 stars too. You could tell a friend about the show. You could, share us to your timeline. You could hit a follow. Whatever you could do, anything that you do, we love it, and it helps us out so much, and it raises our spirits sky high. We absolutely love it. And we would love it if you came back next week when we'll be joined by a latest addition to the Three Timers Club, Mr. Matt Finnegan, and we're going to be talking about Screamers. You don't want to miss that. And until next week, be good. Goodbye.
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 He can climb the highest mountain, swim the deepest sea, cross the widest valley. He's friends of you and me.
He's something special, brightens up our day. I wonder where he came from. Maybe heaven's where he stays.
He came out of nowhere, giving smiles and happiness. what he's here for, and this is what he said.